Hello everyone, welcome to Res Snapper. My name's MJ and this is another custom card video. I'm going through every single MCU movie and eventually I'll get to the TV shows as well, looking at the properties and seeing which characters are missing from Marvel Snap and creating and designing, proposing custom cards for them. We're up to Iron Man 3. Let's kick it off with Aldrich Killian. This artwork is, so normally I don't sort of credit the artist when I get them from online because I just use official Marvel artwork. However, for this one I couldn't really find great or interesting artwork for Aldrich Killian, so I'm using Hall Pen on DeviantArt, so thank you to them for, I didn't actually ask permission. So yeah, do go and follow Hall Pen on DeviantArt to sort of for my sins really. But this is Aldrich Killian, a 4/6 who's got this ability at the end of each turn, destroy this and play it at this location. So I think this is a really fascinating card design. Obviously works incredibly well with cards like Deadpool for a couple of turns anyway, or rather I should say, but your final turn has to be so specific because on the final turn this is going to destroy everything else at that location and then repop itself there. So your final turn, obviously you're going to want Winter Soldier or Bucky Barnes. What else would you want there? Like Nova. You're almost giving up the location because there's only so much you can play there that actually would benefit. Maybe Captain Marvel would be really good with this actually. I don't know, I just think it's really interesting and there's loads of cool concepts around this, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Moving on to Trevor Slattery, everyone's favourite actor from Iron Man 3, or actor character in the MCU. I've designed him as a 3/3 with the on reveal effect. Transform into a copy of one of your opponent's 1, 2 or 3 cost cards at this location. He's an actor, darling. So yeah, he just copies one of the opponent's cards that is already on board. So I think that's really cool. And obviously the power level here is very much subdued because he becomes either a 1, 2 or a 3. So there's the element of randomness to it. Honestly, there's the argument that he could even be like a 3/4, so if you play him into an empty location he just doesn't feel as bad because he wouldn't transform. I think that might even be a decent buff for this card, but again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Next up is Maya Hansen. Let me just have a sip of this drink, which I will not reveal the brand because I'm not sponsored, although I do bloody love the can design, and it's really nice actually. Not sponsored. Anyway, I'm not telling you the brand, so you can't buy. Don't buy it. Maya Hansen, 4/3, on reveal, bring back one of your destroyed cards to this location. So in Iron Man 3, Maya Hansen is the person who basically helps Tony with the extremis, and there's like the scenes where her plants basically regrow, don't they? So they sort of explode and regrow. This especially feeds in well into Aldrich being a destroyed card. I wanted a little bit of thematicism. Is that a word? I wanted some thematicism. I'm saying it now. I've coined it. If it isn't a word, it is now. Some thematicism between them. Some kinship. That's probably a word. Again, I'm not even certain if that is a word. You know what I mean. Similarity. There you go. They're not even similar actually, so I don't know what I'm saying. If you're watching this far and you like what is happening, sort of with the words coming out of my mouth and stuff, subscribe. I can't imagine anyone will, but there we go. Anyway, so yeah, she's like a reviver, isn't she? So maybe you've used Sif on turn 3 to chop off your... wait, no, this is destroyed. What am I talking about? Oh god, it would be great if I knew on these videos anything of what I was talking about. It's embarrassing, honestly. Oh, lovely, lovely G Fuel. So yeah, sorry, destroyed cards. Maybe you've destroyed a Winter Soldier, sorry, a Bucky Barnes, so she brings back Bucky Barnes, and maybe on turn 5 you play Venom, and you get the couple from Bucky Barnes, the 3 from Maya Hansen, and then you get the 6 from Winter Soldier. Yeah, just an interesting card. What do you think? And again, almost like a bit of a Gambit insurance, isn't it? If Gambit ever grows in the meta, maybe Maya Hansen could... counter that a bit. Who knows? Anyway, the last card I've got is Iron Patriot. I'm really not sure about this card, guys, to be honest. I'm really not sure. And another thing that I should clarify, when I look at these MCU movies, I do look at the characters in there. However, I actually do come at it from a Marvel Snap perspective. Marvel Snap creates the comic book characters, and while some of them may have the MCU artwork, I think through and through, really, the based on the card designs, they are inspired by the comic characters. So I'm going the comic route of I'm Patriot. So this is actually Norman Osborn, and so I wanted to. And Norman Osborn in the comics, he founds basically. Well, his Uprising is one of my favourite arcs in Marvel history. Basically, Uprising becomes a bit of a political figure. He eventually takes over the Thunderbolts and does nefarious things, and eventually founds, spinning out of the Thunderbolts, he founds the Dark Avengers. Basically, literally like bad Avengers, basically. And so I wanted to give the sort of Norman Osborn as a bad boss sort of vibe to this. So it's a 4/9, so really big stats, however, has the ongoing ability at the end of each turn, give your lowest power card -2 power. So by the end of the turn, this is literally like a -6 to your lowest power card. So there's some interesting stuff there. Now, let's propose that you've got something like a ninja, or a Mr. Negative, or this would be bad in a Mr. Negative deck, but still, or, you know, the Hood, something like that. You could play this card, that gets like lower and lower, and then you Viper it across. Interesting. So there's interesting stuff with this card. I could even see an argument for it being a 4/10, because even if you play it on the final turn, it still becomes a 4/8, which is just Crossbones. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Just again, I think this is a fascinating card with potential fascinating combos. Let me know in the comments below, as always, what you think though. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.